Hey guys, what is up? Roshi is here. Today we're taking a quick look at my Dovid deck. Um, One thing to keep in mind, this is an expedition deck, and we'll just cruise through. This one, Call on Allies, it's not actually in the deck. Just wanted to put it in here in case potentially you wanted to play it. I decided against using it, but it can be a quite powerful way to like buff your whole team and make sure you have some better draws. But I decided not to play it. Kind of up to you. It's a solid card, but I don't know, I just didn't like it. So anyway, let's move on to the deck. For the 1-drop slot, we've got Boulder Guard and Daruli. These both do a good job of making sure we have decent curve outs. Boulder Guard having flying and decent stats for a 1-drop really helps us out here. Also convenient that it's just a cheap soldier. And the Plunder will make sure you curve out and hit all your power drops. Daruli being actually a very solid beater. You can use each soldier you play from that point on to essentially pump 3 extra points of damage in each turn. You could play Daruli on turn 1 and then Boulder Guard on turn 2 and exhaust it, and you're attacking with 5 as early as turn 2. This will help you get a lot of extra points of damage in. Later on, you can amplify to cash in some of your weaker soldiers for 5/5s. In a pinch, you could transform one of their things into a 5/5, but it better be something ridiculous. Generator Dovid, summon, draw a soldier, which is sweet. And then Entomb, when it dies, the enemy player plays 2 2/1 soldiers, and then you stun them. We're playing plenty of cards to make use of the stun, so its downside is almost more of an upside for us. And being a 2-power 4/4, it really follows up our 1-drops quite nicely. Maveloft Huntress, same as before, more plunder is great. It's a soldier, it's removal, it fits, it checks all of the boxes of what we'd want for a deck, so easy 4 up there. Fencing Master, when an enemy unit becomes stunned, play a +3/+3 weapon. So most of the time in our deck, this card is a 3-power 5/6, which is pretty silly. So we'll play this card. It's also a soldier. Windchest Merchant, one of the few non-soldiers we actually have in the deck, but it's a nice flying beater and lets us get access to our market. We can get plenty of removal out of here for depending on which deck you're playing. If you're cool like me, you play Roshi, the Enhanced Transfer in your market. If you're not cool like me, maybe you even put Call on Allies in that slot. And then Marcos is just a random top end. Moving along, Sharp Tactician, another solid soldier. Having access to silence on a soldier body is sick. And this guy can often be a 4-power 4/4 or 4-power 6/6, which quite a fine rate to tack on with a silence effect. And then the best card in the deck, Argo Ironthorn. There will be games where you just play an Ironthorn and attack, and then next turn you play another Ironthorn and stun their whole board again and attack, and you just kill them. So it's a card that gets better the more you draw and really helps slam games closed. Frostclaw Rider, in our deck it's basically like a 4-power 7/7 or a 9/9. It gets absolutely massive. No real way to give it evasion or anything like that in our deck, but if you kind of see the theme here is we're just curving into big beaters. You know, we go to a 1-drop that attacks for 5, into a 2-drop that attacks for 4, into a 3-drop that attacks for 5, a 4-drop that attacks, you know, we have these. So this deck just slams threats and then backs them up with like solid removal. So it gets the job done, and they're gonna run out of chomp blockers very quickly thanks to all of our different like big threats. Permafrost, definitely the best removal we could play because it activates all of our stun effects. Argo's technique, being able to, against control, negate their removal or negate anything along those lines, and against aggro, turning off a removal spell or getting some surprise lifesteal out of nowhere can really turn around the game. And honestly, I don't think it's going to be very often you're creating and drawing a random soldier, but having that option is nice. Vanquish, 2 power, kill a guy, very excellent rate. This card recently, I guess not that recently, but it got rebuffed back to its, or unnerfed, I guess, back to its original form, and it does some work. Skip over Call on Allies because it's not actually in the deck. I'll just delete it. Tactical Superiority. This is one of the fun reasons to play this deck. Kill each stunned enemy unit, amplify, exhaust a soldier to draw a card. So let's say we play like a big Argo, or, you know, we had a Generator Dovid die on us or something. Our opponents are going to have quite a few stunned enemy units. And they'll actually be stunned until our next turn. So like, let's say I play Argo, their stuff will be stunned, I'll be able to attack, then their turn, their stuff will still be stunned, and then when it comes back to my turn, they'll still be stunned until their next turn. So I can follow that up with a Tactical Superiority and just blow away their whole board and refill my hand. Great card, super fun to play with, and definitely deserves its slot. And that's the deck. Only other thing of note, I'm playing 4 Broken Contract. Thanks to all the plunder effects we have, hitting influence isn't really an issue, and I didn't really see the need of running more than 25 power since we have 8 plunder effects, and our curve stops at 5, basically. So that's the deck. Thank you for watching. The gameplay video will be linked off to the side. Also, if you're interested, there is a theme deck you can buy that'll help you get started towards this deck. And actually another bundle that you can buy that has Generator Dovid in it that'll also get you started. I give a review of these bundles and decks on my channel. Feel free to check those out. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching.